Hello, I'm Hugh Osgood, and given my role as a national church leader, I thought it'd be great to talk to you this Easter time, just with a word of encouragement in the face of the coronavirus pandemic. It's going to be a very simple word. It's just based on one verse in Mark 14, where Jesus has been with his disciples in the upper room, and he's just quoting to them from Zechariah, saying that smite the shepherd and the sheep will be scattered. And then he goes on to say something really quite extraordinary. He says, and when I'm risen, I'm going before you to Galilee. Now, I don't know how much they would have taken in of the when I'm risen. Jesus had spoken about his resurrection before during his ministry, and they'd not really registered that. But they would have noticed Galilee because they were Galileans. He was talking about their home area and his home area. And they were going to be scattered. And perhaps that's something we can identify with this Easter. We're so used to being together in one place to celebrate, and perhaps forget that in that first Easter, the disciples were not all together in one place. They were together in the upper room for the Passover meal. They were together in the Garden of Gethsemane until the arrest, but then they went their separate ways. And we find John following to the high priest's house and Peter doing that too. And then we find John at the foot of the cross and Peter possibly at the back of the crowd. But even when we come to Resurrection Day and they gather together, Thomas is still not with them. So all of that is something we can identify with. But the Galilee thing is extraordinary because Jesus is laying down his life for us in Jerusalem. He's coming to life again, being raised to life again for us in Jerusalem. He's going to ascend to heaven in Jerusalem, and the church is going to be birthed at Pentecost, 50 days after Passover, in Jerusalem. So why the focus on Galilee? Now, I know there are important things happening in Galilee. I know that when Jesus went to Galilee, it was there probably when he met James, and James, seeing Jesus resurrected, he shifted from skeptic to believer. And we know probably that it was there that Jesus met the 500. Maybe it was there that he did the Great Commission, go into all the world and preach the gospel. And it was certainly there that he walked with Peter along the shore. But in addition to all of these things, I think there's something else we need to register, and that is that God's really interested in our homes as well as in our public lives. He's interested in every area. And this Easter, when we're celebrating the risen Lord, let's celebrate him as Lord of all, Lord of our private lives and Lord of our public lives, Lord of the prominent places and Lord of the marginalized places. And at this time when the coronavirus is spreading across the world, let's realize that he is the Lord of the whole world. We celebrate the risen Jesus as Lord of all. Have a great Easter and stay well and stay blessed.